Hello, good day guys. So this will be your laboratory activity. What you're going to do is you're going to create a peer-to-peer network or two computers connected to one another using crossover cable. So you're going to do simulation of network using Cisco Packet Tracer. So just install your Cisco Packet Tracer and run it. So when you run your Cisco Packet Tracer, this is how the environment of Cisco Packet Tracer looks like. So this is your workspace. So this is your toolbars. And this is the menu bar, and these are the devices. Okay? So we're going to connect two computers now. Then after connecting two computers, we're going to supply IP address based on the table na ibibigay ko sa inyo on the canvas. So do sa quiz area. So makikita nyo you have the sets of IP address for PC0 and PC1. So we are going to supply that one, and I'm going to teach you how to do that in Cisco Packet Tracer. Okay, so just go to the lower left corner. So we're going to select a device here. So just select the end devices. Take the end devices. Okay, so this is the end devices on the lower left corner. Okay, so kindly look for the first device on the list. So this is the generic or the PC-PT. PC-PT or the generic PC. So just click on the icon, then click on the workspace. Okay, so you now have your first PC here. So just click another one. Okay, so you now have two computers on the workspace. So what we're going to do next is we're going to connect those computers into using crossover cable. Okay, so this is your PC0 and this will be your PC1. Okay, this is your PC0 and PC1. So disconnect it with a crossover cable. So on the devices, can you just select the connection here. Okay, so pagka-click nyo ng connection, so kindly look for the crossover cable, copper crossover cable. So that is the connectivity that we're going to use between two computers. So I'll be explaining that on another topic, bakit crossover yung ginagamit for peer-to-peer connections or connecting just two PC on the network. So just click this one. Okay, so now the crossover cable is selected. So ang gagawin nyo lang is click on the first PC. Okay, so make sure you connect it on a fast Ethernet because that is the LAN port of the PC. Then to the next computer, just click it again to the fast Ethernet. Okay? Kung makikita nyo naka-green siya, ibig sabihin there is a connection between two computers now. But what's missing here is the IP address. Okay? So let's start first by assigning IP address to PC0 or the first PC. Just click on the device on the PC. Okay? So click the desktop, then the IP configuration. Titik ulit. So on the first PC here, click desktop IP configuration. Okay. So make sure na kapag nag-assign kayo ng IP, click nyo muna yung DHCP, then go to static para ma-clear lahat. Kasi minsan naiiwan yung subnet mask and magkaka-error if you're going to change the IP address kung merong subnet mask pa. Okay, just click the DHCP, then static. Let's say for example, the usual 192.168.1.1, then just press tab. Automatically lalabas na yung subnet mask, the default subnet mask for this particular IP. So So, write this one on the table na bibigay ko sa inyo. So, will be one of your answer for PC0. So, do the same thing for the other PC. Okay? So, desktop, go DHCP, then static, then 192, let's say 168.1.2. Okay? So, just click tab. Okay, lalabas na ulit subnet mask. So, this will be the subnet mask for this IP. Okay? Ulitin ko ulit that this one is 192.168.1.1 and the other one is 192.168.1.2. Okay? So, what we're going to do is to test connectivity. So, if this is PC1 and this is PC0, so if you're going to use PC0, so just click PC0. So next is click command prompt. On the command prompt, just click or type. So on the command prompt, just type ping. Then the IP address of PC1. Ulitin ko ulit that you are going to click the first computer or the PC0, then command prompt, then ping. You're going to ping from the source going to the destination. So you're going to enter the destination IP. The destination IP 192.168.1.2. Then click enter. Okay? So if there is a reply, mean to say there is a connection. So do sa table, we're going to select with connection. So that is the reply from. So let's say for example, if I'm going to change the IP address of the second computer, let's say gawin nating 200.200.200. If I'm going to ping that one, that 200.200.200.200, so that will be the IP of the second computer. Let's say, yun yung inassign natin sa second computer or PC1, or the second computer or PC1, inassign natin IP is 200.200.200.200, and when I'm going to use the first PC or PC0 to ping that IP, okay, so mapapansin nyo, there is no connection or request timeout. So, nalagay nyo sa connection status yung no connection. Okay? So, ulitin ko ulit, if there is a reply from result or output from a ping, it means there is a connection. So, mark your connection status as with connection. So, if it is request timeout or if ma-encounter nyo destination host unreachable, so meaning to say there is no connection. So, on the connection status, kindly write down, kindly select no connection. Okay? So, for the table, if in case may encounter nyo that even a single PC is invalid, just select invalid also on the connection. Ulitin ko ulit, kung may isang invalid, yung connection status, paki-mark na lang as invalid also. Okay? So, that will be your instruction for your laboratory activity for today. So, kindly work on that. So, if you have any questions, just feel free to PM me on Facebook or on Canvas, or message me on Canvas. Okay, so hopefully you understand what you're going to do. So, ulitin ko ulit, just create the peer-to-peer network, supply IP address for PC0, for PC0 and PC1. Then, for PC1, according to the values given on the table. So, ping from the source to the destination. So, ping, then the destination IP ang ipiping nyo. Then if there's a reply, it means there's connectivity or with connection. That is request, if the result is request timeout, it means there's no connection. Ulitin ko ulit, if there's one invalid IP, mark the connection status also as invalid. Okay, so that will be all for my instruction. So, okay, so thank you guys and work on your activity.